Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today I'm going to show you how to bluff your way into Indian violin music. I had a request recently for an introduction to Indian violin music, and I do have some experience in this, but I have enough experience to know that I really know nothing about this subject. So I'm going to give you the bluffer's cheater's way to sound like you know what you're doing. So in the past I've played with several Indian violinists who have known lots and lots, have been amazing players. And I've kind of sparred with them playing contrasting styles. And you might want to look at this video of myself with Jyotsna Srikanth, and we had quite a lot of fun doing quite a few gigs together some years ago. But Indian music is based on a whole load of very complex things, rules, which I will never learn. I know enough to know that I will never learn them. So one of the many scales, modes or ragas is the one that Westerners tend to think is the Indian mode. Which you could think of as a Mixolydian pentatonic scale if you wanted. Got a flattened seventh, and if you combine that with some slides, then it does sound a little bit like you know what you're doing. This is the scale used mostly through Within You Without You by George Harrison and the Beatles, and I'm not going to show you the whole of that song, but I'm going to show you a few little bits, because that is probably the song which opened a lot of Westerners' minds to the possibilities of Indian music. So let's just go through that scale again. The basic scale. And there's a few places where just on the scale itself you can slide. So there, the second finger, slide up to the place where your third finger would normally be. As you're coming down, and you can add to that by doing, but by sliding either up or down, kind of pausing the scale. As you're coming down, the first finger so whatever finger you're on, you slide it up and down again. And incidentally, I do hope that neither Jyotsna nor Hari Kumar ever see this video, because they will be, I don't know what they'll think of it, but they would not be impressed. But anyway, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of improvisation now, using the intro to Within You Without You, and just going up and down that scale. And so on. If you happen to check this against Within You Without You, you'll see that the original was in C, but to me the D is a much more suitable key for this kind of stuff for the violin. Now let's have a look at the opening verse to Within You Without You. You might notice there is one note in that melody, that B natural, which doesn't fit. And whereas to a Westerner, sticking a note into a mode that doesn't belong isn't a big deal. I think if you were a classical Indian player, that would be a very big deal indeed, and would be frowned upon. And what's more, would be noticed by every single member of the audience. So you've got to be careful with this stuff. Finally, let's have a look at, this is actually quite a complex solo, and at one point it goes into 5/4, and I bet not many people who have listened to Within You Without You ever noticed it was in 5/4. So it's a 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. So I'm going to have a go at improvising on that rhythm, doing a solo in this mode over that. Let's see what happens. 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. And you will have noticed I stuck accidentally a few non-mode notes in there, and also staggered over the 5/4 a bit. But there we go. So if you want to impress your friends, pretend that you know a lot more than you do, then this is the scale to do it. And incidentally, and I might go into this in another video at some point, this exactly the same scale can be used in some Celtic music if you're improvising, and that can sound really effective as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a copy of the sheet music for this lesson, do subscribe to the channel, send me an email, and don't forget to check out that link to the video I did with Jyotsna. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.